Alright, so we're going to be working on this 2013 Honda Fit today. We're going to be replacing the front, left, and right outer tie rods. The boots have worn down and there's dirt and debris getting inside the grease. And it doesn't seem like there's too much of a clunking issue right now, but the customer wants to replace them before it becomes an issue. The first thing you want to do is to take off the wheels. So we're going to do that, and then we'll show you what to do next. Alright, so you can see we have our wheel off, and this is our outer tie rod here. We've turned the wheel to the right to give us more room in this area to work on. You can see here we can easily rotate our tie rod here, and that's a sign that it is wearing down. And you can see it's kind of cracked. There's a big crack on the back side here, and the grease is coming out. So the first thing we want to do here is to break loose the outer tie rod from the inner tie rod, and there's just a nut here that we can grab onto and pry the other way. We want to do that while this is still connected down here, just to give us some resistance. So the nut in the back there is a 19 millimeter. We're just going to try and do this by hand here. Oh, there we go. And there we go. It's loosened now. And now you would think that going in this direction would be tightening it, but this is loosening it because we're facing it from the other direction. So just remember that when you're doing yours. Alright, so we loosened it up a little bit. And now the one thing you want to remember about this job is that you're going to have to do an alignment. So in order to prevent as much, to keep us as straight as possible while we get this job done, so you just want to loosen this up and then tighten it back up against the outer tie rod here, just by hand, so that when we put the new tie rod in, we can try and keep it as close as possible without causing too much of an alignment issue before we take it into the alignment. Alright, so I just noticed the camera wasn't recording there, but what we did, we took out the cotter pin. You just pull it out from one side. This is the OE cotter pin. This job has never been done on this vehicle before. These cotter pins are super thin, so in some cases it's really difficult to remove these. What you can do is just snip off both ends very flush with the bolt, and you should be able to hopefully just thread this nut off without completely removing the cotter pin from the inside of the bolt. But we were able to pull this out no problem. Usually it's not too difficult to do, but because this is so thin, it's pretty easy to just snip. The next step is to remove the castle nut, which is a 17 millimeter nut, and we've already loosened it up. So we just finished taking that off, and then the next step is to get a big hammer like this and just smack the bottom of that bolt. Since we're replacing this outer tie rod, we don't have to worry about damaging it. The other method that is typically done is hit the side of the steering knuckle here to kind of shock it loose, and then there's also a pickle fork you can get that wedges in between, and as you hammer it in, it separates the outer tie rod from the steering knuckle, which does damage the boot, so those are the three typical methods. So we're just going to hammer the bottom of this bolt here, and that should free it up. Yeah. Alright, so there it is, and you can see it's, well, we've loosened it up in the back there, but you can see here the it's very loose and needs to be replaced. So the other thing we want to do when we're taking this out is to count the number of turns that we do to unthread this. And so the purpose of that is to, when we're putting all this back together, to minimize as much alignment issues that there are. So this is just another method to help keep the alignment correct. I recommend to get an alignment after this. So what you want to do is just rotate it, and for each rotation just count, and then we'll use that number when we're threading the new one back on to get as close as possible to the original alignment. So for instance, 1, 2, and so on. So that was 12. There's the old one. And you can see there the torn boot. The oil inside still looks pretty good. There's some junk in there, but it's definitely a good idea to replace this when they get like this, especially with how loose it is. So yeah. Alright, so we have our new outer tie rod from Auto Parts Direct to You. It does come with a new castle nut, a new cotter pin, and a new nut for the inner tie rod here. So we're going to go ahead and replace our old tie rod nut there with the new one. Now you could leave this old one on there just to confirm, like what we did was earlier, we tightened it back onto the outer tie rod to help confirm where the position should go, but we also counted how many rotations were there on the outer tie rod. So we're just going to thread this new one back on probably further than the old one was on, and then we'll just count the rotations of the new inner tie rod and then tighten this up back up against the new one. Alright, so that's 12. Let me tighten our nut up against the outer rod. Let me put this back into, oh wait, before we put this back in, we want to clean up the surface some, make sure it's good for the new part. Alright, so now we just stick our new rod in there. Like that. And go ahead and get our castle nut started. Alright, so now we want to torque down the castle nut, which is 32 foot-pounds, and the new castle nut is actually 17 millimeters, so 1 millimeter size bigger than the last original one. Alright, so now that we've got it torqued down, we just want to tighten it enough to put in our cotter pin, which is already lined up perfectly. So I'm going to put it in this way, like that, and then bend down the cotter pin to the inside. Like so. Just like that. There we go. Next we need to do the jam nut on the back there, which is 33 foot-pounds. But since we're going to have to go in for an alignment anyway, all I'm going to do is get it nice and tight by hand. It's about the same resistance that you felt doing the castle nut, just back here. So the new jam nut that came with this kit is larger than 19 millimeter. I have a 7/8, and that seems to be pretty close enough. You just want to sort of tighten that jam nut in the back there. I'm going to hold the outer tie rod straight with this one while I torque down on the one in the back there, just to keep this from being pried one way or the other as much as I can. Alright, that seems pretty tight. The next thing you want to do is put some, if yours comes with the grease fitting there, you want to fill this back up with some grease. Most of these do come pre-filled with grease, but most manufacturers recommend after installation topping it off. Alright, so that's it for this side. All that's left to do is put our wheel on, and then we need to take it in for an alignment. Alright, we'd like to thank you for watching our video today, and we hope that's helped you out in your repair. Remember to come to Auto Parts Direct to you for all your auto parts needs, and for any auto parts supplies you might need in the future.